Hey Pesto, how's it going? Ooh. Oh yeah. I don't know if you were there for my Zot screw up, but was that last stream? Yeah, that was last stream actually. I screwed up. I had my Koi all ready to go. Would have made a great video to upload to YouTube as like an IE Conj Kobold demonstration, but died on Zot 3 just to basically pure stupidity. Yeah, I'm coming to see how sort of the damage, you know, how places like Zod, particularly now that you have fewer tricks, is like you just want to make sure that your HP don't drop below 50%, and definitely never below 100 HP. I got I was at something like 80 or high 70s, so dangerous, but not. It didn't feel sort of critical, but I just got a random crystal spear to the face that ended the run. Lightning bolts. Yeah, I don't know if you had RLEC or not. Let me go double check that everything is okay. That looks good. And that looks good. Yeah, I mean, RLEC is not required in Zod. It's something I definitely prefer to have, if at all possible. Just because it's one less thing to think about that can, you know, add catastrophic damage if you get a double zap or something like that. Yeah, I mean, playing fast and making impatient moves is basically how you die once you get enough experience under your belt in this game. So what are we? Training shields right now. Stream might indeed be flickering. I had to mess with my video settings. Yeah, it's probably gonna do that intermittently. I think I might know the culprit. Maybe. Because I'm streaming from a... when you see the flickering, does it only affect the web tiles window, or does it also seem to affect the console window? It might... I don't know if it's part of the screen or the entire screen or what. I think it may have to do to with an issue that is triggered by Chrome. And it's only the web tiles window. Yeah. I've been researching into this, and there's this issue with gotta be a little bit careful about Komodo dragons. They can do a pretty spiky damage. It's an issue with Linux and its support for, what is it called? Basically, it's nice. So right there, good example of just dropping to too low HP. Mambas are still pretty scary. Most of that came from the Mamba, and the Porcupine was just finishing up. It's an issue with Linux, and it's, oh, that's good. We got Snake, but we also got Swamp, so that's an easier. Do I have our poison yet? I do. I've got a ring, that's good. Oopsie. You can see even Spiny Frogs get me down to 230 HP pretty easily. But yeah, it's a graphics card issue. Support for one of the rendering gizmos is a bit weird, and it triggers this issue with Chrome. There we go. Always got to be a little bit careful about Kotoble. Often not too bad to get like petrified by a basilisk if it's the only thing around, and the petrification is kind of short-lived, but Kotoble, they can do a reasonable amount of damage. You'll usually survive it unless you're a very low defenses, low HP character, but so I'm still, the thing about that people have trouble with trolls is getting their defenses right. So I still have no body armor, but picking up a shield is a huge win, and I've already done that. Basically, you want to pick up and probably start using it very quickly. If you've been focusing UC, you probably have pretty good UC. And of course, you can have maybe some extra fighting. I will, I forget, I think I'm actually already at... Yep, I can already stop training this for now, and I will switch on fighting, get up some of my HP. Shield, it's basically not that much of a damage nerf. You'd have to read the entries to see what the current state is. Yeah. It does prevent the offhand attack, but the way it ends up being is you still get effectively like good two-handed damage as the UC is as your UC is up there, even with the shield. So even if you're not a troll, it's often a good idea to use a shield, like even just a buckler, because there's very little skill investment and you can get a big defensive increase, and the offensive decrease is not all that substantial. Sort of counterintuitive if you're used to thinking in terms of two-handed weapons, but I think it basically works in your favor to use a shield. For normal species, getting up to 15 skill is a little bit, makes it a little bit more of a decision you might want to think about to go all the way that high for even a medium shield, let alone a large shield where you have to get an insane amount of skill. Oh, this is an interesting mix here. That was quite something. I didn't remove it because I'm in a generous mood, I guess. I also have a Rod of Clouds, which is, you know, I have a -3 evocations apt. I'm not super excited about aiming for high evocation skill, and I don't super really need it. Can you identify? I don't. Oh, we got Swift and Repel, that's cool. Gonna be a while before I can cast those, but I will want to. I mean, the shield, having the shield, it does help, but oh boy. Not sure if I can take. If I waited one turn, I would get 3 Death Yaks to deal with, which I, under no circumstances, can really take out right now. One at a. Oh, God, that was bad. Plenty of blink, that's good. And this one's only 4 heads, so that's also good. But I kind of need a plan for this guy. We got 4 agility. Well. Yeah. So, I probably should have done this if I'm going to melee him with might as well. If I can back off and get a snake to switch again. Because now he's 7 heads, so he's of course got a lot more. Oh, I don't have a Bokeball. No, I don't. Irrevocable flight, I've got the ring. Okay. So, yeah, given the way I'm dancing this, he is fast, isn't he? Yeah. Guess he's just not into it. Okay. This can let me do is maybe regen and weaken him with some acid wand. Oh, he's almost already lost track of me. I'm gonna have to waste a lot of charges to do this, though. It's the only bad thing. Try some more acid and see if I can't, yeah, it's not very good, to be honest. I kind of need to do this at range, so I'm actually just going to abort this. Wasted a lot of consumables there, but that's alright. Sometimes you try out some stuff and it doesn't work out, as long as you've got a really solid understanding of what the danger is. Shorter layer, taking the stairs to layer 1. I don't know that layer 1 got actually changed too much by the layer shortening, actually. So that particular problem, I don't think it was increased. Got a vault. Oh wait, this is layer 6. What is this though? This is weird. Don't really need to map this. It's not that scary of a level. Well, you know what this is? I know what this is. Looks like maybe Che's vault. That's what I'm gonna guess. Just merged this vault. It's a reference to Lost, and it has polar bears. That's what I'm thinking it might be. You hear a splashing noise? Someone pissed off, cancellation. Get rid of that guy. So I used cancel there to cancel the petrify. You may not have that option, so that can be a little bit scary. Actually, that's a good point. Smoke demon, huh? I wonder if he even thought about that. I didn't really watch that show, but I know that reference at least. That would have been pretty funny. I think that kind of stuff seems funny, but it's also like nobody's gonna, I mean, various people will get the reference, but it's good to go subtle. Otherwise, for people who don't really see any connection at all, it'll just be a weird vault with metal and polar bears. Smoke demon would feel kind of out of place. I'm beginning to wonder if maybe this isn't my vault, just based on some of the enemies I'm seeing. Looks like we probably have an ant's nest though. So gotta watch out for Melial, or however you pronounce those things. Yep, that's a pretty widely known one. Memorable. That's been in for quite a few releases, I think. Or, well, it's been at least 2. I think it was in 07. It was in 017 for sure, but I think it was also in maybe 016. Maybe not. There are maybe a special room or my vault, because I'm just the frequency of Laverns that I'm seeing. But then again, my vault's pretty big, and we haven't. You run into it pretty fast on the level. Gotta watch it. HP is gonna change around a lot with only SH and EV and a little bit of AC to protect. And basically no GDR. Why'd you stay in the water? Why would you do that to me? What if this is a vault or what it is? It's just a blank frog package, probably. We got fruit though, it's all good. As long as we got fruit, that's really all you need. Nice. Gotta watch this, we could be... That's the problem with this, is that you want to take these out, but you can't really get, could try line pass. Not really. Nice. Well, running through, oh, I got this one, okay. Never mind. I know that vault. Yeah, that one probably can place a bunch of the flying monsters as well. So there's going to be a guardian serpent and some wolf spiders eventually. And this one is annoying, whatever this is. I remember that game, but... Oh, my butt, please. What its cooldown is, but it seems so long. So yeah, you can see my HP really goes up and down. That's the tricky part that will get people about trolls. And I'm not exactly being super cautious either. On the other hand, if you fight something dangerous, use your buff pots if you really want to kill it. Wow, really? The flame wand ran out. That's nice. We've got plenty of heal. Don't have any heal wounds wand or anything, but oh, there's our it's a good guy to Para if you can. Nice. Not gonna really bother IDing the acid wand at this point. Often I'll ID those high tier wands because you can get a lot of extra mileage out of them, but just need a way to kill this here Hydra. Don't really want to burn any more of my light pots if I can do it easily. On the other hand, I don't super have a way, since I don't have any Usk piety, and this is the challenge of fighting Usk, fighting monsters kind of one-on-one with Usk, is that you got to start. You've got to basically get some initial damage to get piety, and it can be hard to do that. And I don't have any other sort of really cheap and easy tricks. Flame clouds if they last. Oh, that's good. So that was a good trick right there. That was 0 evocations, Lamp of Fire, and since Hydra tend to walk into flames, that actually worked out okay. I don't think that's the same Hydra that I was fighting for earlier, because I think that one was 7 heads. What's this spring from? You want to watch out for the Guardian in this vault. He's not too bad by himself, but if he throws a bunch of stuff around you, it's a little bit scary. I've killed a wolf spider. I don't know if there can be more. Also, a bunch of blink frogs still left, I think. Here we go, there's one of them. That'll do it. Yeah, there's a lot of Zelda remixes, many of which are not that great. Non-haste wands. Well, you know, wands are sort of, they're pretty situational. They're pretty situational items. Yeah, later on I tend to, on a lot of characters I'll have like 5 to 8 Evo, and that gives the wands a little bit of punch, so then the attack wands like Acid and Ice Blast are reasonably good, and I kind of try to have one of each, but I'm not using them very extensively. Eventually I'll probably drop Lightning. Lightning is good at hitting a lot of things, but that's kind of why you have Ice Blast, and Ice Blast does a lot more reliable damage. Ice Blast is even partially irresistible. I mean, not that many things have yeah, so that right there is a good example of not, you don't really want to fight all those things at once. In fact, I don't even want to fight these two guys together because they're kind of dangerous. This is a kind of a bad situation right here. And it would be even worse if I was fighting if I got convoked. Separate those things if you can, but they're fast moving, so they're a little bit hard to separate. However, teleport pretty much takes care of it because I cleared most of the rest of the level before I went inside. Which is, if you see a vault that you think is nasty, a good idea to maybe just exclude it and then explore the rest of the level so that you're not going to get any bad surprises. It can be nice to do on Snake. Friend. I can possibly take this guy one-on-one, but as you can see, it might be that I can't. Yeah, the Hex Wands, like, monsters start resisting, so there's definitely still targets that you can use them on. It depends on how you mean mid-late game. You can get mileage out of the Confuse, or any of the Hex Wands really, definitely in layer branches for sure. Like orb spiders, it's fun to use on, and various other monsters that don't have any special resistances but can be significant kind of annoyance. Yeah, so I could have used a Might Pot against this guy. This is sort of an uncommonly strong monster. I could recharge one of my wands and kill him pretty easily with that. It's just a question of what kind of consumable you want to use. Right now, I think well, I actually don't have a ton of teleport. I don't know if I can net this guy or not. I forget if they're immune to nets or whatever. It's a little bit dangerous to start fighting him right from here because I'm already at 2/3 HP and he can do pretty good damage. And I cannot paralyze him because I'm out of that. So I either have to use some pots right now, like another agility, another might. Let's give that a go and just sort of see. I do have a lot of heal wounds, so I can afford to burn a little bit. And again, the might there is probably a little bit overkill, to be perfectly fair. Like, you can go lower HP than that. I do have a pretty good stash of heal wounds pots and not a pretty good stash of might pots, but being a troll, might pots, I mean, they have the same difference for any character, but the stronger you're, like, they're more impactful earlier if you use them than they are later on. There's our friend. He's another thing you might need to buff to fight, but his damage output isn't too bad. He's not as scary without his friends, and I killed him before he could convoke much in my way. Polywand. Oh yeah, yep, those are good to use too. I don't yet have any Evo, but I probably will maybe get 5 eventually. But the XP evokers are not too great at extremely low, but you saw me kill the Hydra with some really weak flame clouds. You can still get use out of them. The sack, like, you know, even making trivial ant summons from the sack can be useful at times, so you can get use. I think the fan for the pushback effect is probably still pretty good at low Evo. Sounds like, yeah, I was gonna say, it sounds like Secret of Mana. It's not Secret of Mana, but it is a sequel. Gotta love that drum sound. That sounds like somebody getting punched. Alright, so that is pretty much layer 6. That's not the original Hydra. That's a new Hydra. I wonder if that 8-headed one was the same one, and I hit him again, or what. I'm actually not going to mess with this one, because why bother? Till I get actual AC, they're kind of scary to just melee, and I don't have any... Oh, huh. How did those not get picked up? I had them on. Oh, maybe I didn't auto-explore this. I didn't finish. Yeah, I recall the original one also having kind of obnoxious sounding drums. You are correct about that. It did have some great tunes. That forest theme in that game is really awesome. Yeah, so this guy is pretty scary. Even just that additional melee I did right there was a little bit frightening. I'm using like 0 skill, or do I have any? I should train. I have a little bit of throwing. I should be training some throwing. It's actually pretty helpful. Throwing might even get me more mileage. Well, it'll get me good mile. I'll just throw it on right now. Once you've got like good UC, it's okay to start spreading out skill. Orc warriors, thankfully, not too much of trouble. I think this is Silver Surfer. Awful game, but a pretty cool soundtrack. Wow. Good damage that troll did. more hydras, but no. I don't want hydras. See if we can't do anything good with Wand of Lightning, maybe. Line pass. Okay. Damn it. All I did was made him bigger. And then he gets to the point where he's a little bit frightening and I'm not so enthused about line passing. Let's say I should be able to survive we're gonna mess around with line pass some more and see if we can't okay. So that was a little bit speculative, but that was line pass for the confusion. It's fairly short-lived. Yeah, you might need silver to do that much damage. They have like 150 HP. The real standard is one-shotting a greater mummy, of course. That's the true standard. Do they have more HP or less? I think they have more, 166 to 26. Yeah. So one-shotting a greater mummy is the canonical one-shot standard. So these guys you can possibly just claw your way through them. Yep, you can. Oh good, bread. I like bread. I'm into it. I'm into bread. Oh wait, it's a royal jelly, it's not bread, but close. Similar. Jelly is like bread. Jelly goes on bread. We still don't have Orc yet, so usually after Lair I will do, say, average depth, well, I guess on average, oh wait, it's right. Lair is from, I have to remind myself, it's from 8, not from 7. So average is 9.5. Anyway, you'll be probably on D9 or D10, and you probably haven't done too many levels past that before going into Lair. It's not too wise to, anyhow. And after that, I'll usually do at least 3 levels of dungeon. Obviously, you gotta find Orc, and Orc is your next destination. Got G-Spirit. There's Faith. Faith is pretty crazy with this. I am getting MP from Invo, but let's try some Faith and see how that works out, because it's a pretty fun amulet with this god. And it happens to be one of the strongest amulets. You do use your MP with this, but it's not, I think, her Telefrag cost MP, I think. Faith Amulet is pretty good, and with this it's pretty crazy because you gain, feels like it's a pretty big power level increase. Perfect music for getting the OP amulet. Do I have RC? These guys can be terrifying without RC. Watch the ugly things in general are hit kind of nasty, but the cold ones kind of are on another level. Sorry, buddy, you can't make me starve. I'm a troll. I'm a troll, deal with it. Good old pain bond right there. Wow, it's troll versus troll. The heck? Damn it, free kill. You hear that drum sound? It's even worse when both Flood Killer and Free Killer are in chat, because then I start blaming the wrong one. I have large rocks now. This guy's probably gonna have pretty good damage. Oh yeah. Oh, you don't like the jump sound. Very funny. Well, even if he does, he doesn't have enough damage. Not deserving of a skip. Not deserving of a skip, he said. Player is constantly honking. I recall I played like a bunch of that game, but I wasn't too impressed by it. So there's some MDA. That's actually kind of a cool armor to find. Kinda don't have any reason not to wear this. It's not much more AC, as you can see. What is it? Yeah, it's just 4. And later on there'll probably be better options. What was I gonna look? Don't super need any... Yeah, the flavor's a little bit weird with it, but you know. It's hard to keep all of that right. It feels a little bit odd at times, like maybe Troll Leather armor needs to be renamed. Maybe we can come up with a better name for that. So we got Orc. I'll go ahead and do say D13. Ooh. Large rock train right here. Oh, you live here there, you jerk off. That was cool. Ooh. Yeah, these are the kind of example of how these things can be scary. Try going down. We'll have to see what this guy's got. I'm gonna pull him up because centaurs can mean centaur warriors, which those are something you've got to respect. I do have a shield. That is very good. Damn, more of these guys. Fight one at a time, they shouldn't be too bad. And from full HP. Not for all characters though, for a troll, it's not too bad. Well, you know, it's not so much that it isn't fine. I mean, it's acceptable. It's some people will care about that more than others, I think. It's a simple enough thing. I'm not saying it actually will get renamed though. Like I'm not super motivated to go think of a better name myself, but it wouldn't shock me if it were renamed at some point. Oh, found vaults. This is a good entrance because you get a bunch of nice loot. Whoa, a lot of wizards. Wow, deep elf. That's a little bit dangerous, actually. I need to watch out. Deep elf archer is a little bit scarier. So we can mess around with mutations, I guess. I don't have anything. RC, innate RC is pretty cool. I only have one though. Actually, I will probably hold off until I get maybe some more mutation. Okay. Drop some wands that we don't really need. Now we don't have any RF and we have very poor MR. Not much we can do about those things. Mostly concerned about orc sorcerers. We'll have to use our large rocks when we see them. Whoa. Oh, the cloak. Poison resistance, it's funny. It's a worse version of my current cloak. Well, no reason to buy that one. Wow, Knolls on Orc 1. Oh, I need to add this one. Do I have it? It's a good one. I'm glad I requested it. I'm pretty good at requesting songs. Oh, this looks like it might be grunts, and this one has a bunch of separate rooms, which kind of nice because there's one room that's really especially challenging that's got half the shops, and then the other two shops are dispersed in less challenging vaults. So wow, all three entrances on Orc 1, unusual. So all the stairs were green because Orc 1 was not a, I mean, well, it's a fairly large Orc 1, but not that large. It's large enough though. And it has all three, which is neat. So yeah, this is overall kind of an easier one because I feel like you're just fighting. You've got maybe, boy, I am really taking on a lot of stuff. It's cool though, I have the god for doing that. God. They're attracting a lot of fun though. Stop coming, monsters, please. Just leave me alone, orcs. I think it was the alarm trap that I did not step on, but a monster stepped on. And that woke everyone up. So yeah, watch out for that. If you see an alarm trap, definitely in Orc, given the density of monsters. It's a pretty great nest theme, actually. I know I've heard it before, but I don't think I knew which game it was. So I'm just going to actually exclude this door, and that's a trick some people don't know about. Is you can most tiles you exclude, you get one exclusion, and then you hit it again, you get one tile, which is something people do on stairs a lot to prevent taking stairs. Usually single tile exclusions, other than stairs and doors, are not useful, but for doors, the first exclusion will act the same way, doing like an entire loss, and then the second one, instead of doing one tile, will find all the contiguous, I guess, adjacent door tiles. Well, contiguous is the right word. All the doors that are connected to this door, and exclude them all, which is cool because it doesn't prevent you from walking into the LOS. It prevents you from just taking the door, so that's nice because that's usually what you want. Nice, this is cool. Might save this. Strong 80s vibe to this. Well now, Shield of RF. Plate of the day. Chainmail of assorted places. That's a cool shield. I will be probably buying that shield and switching to it immediately. By probably, I mean I am. So that gives me the RF that I was talking about wanting, and that'll be a good shield to have for quite some time. Later on, I might luck out and find a large shield that has a good ego, but so yeah, that's the thing about this, is that of course these exclusions don't prevent monsters from using the doors, so weapon shot. Well, the shield alone was cool. That was a good upgrade. Fire, I've got swamp, and I've got, I think, snake. I'm not gonna really need, like, I mean, there's actually no layer branch that really requires a lot of RF. It just becomes something that you really want to have by the time you get to vaults. And also nice to have an L. Yeah, I mean, many of the tracks have just kind of, they don't have an especially 80s vibe to them. They just sort of have a techno vibe, but this is cool because it's a very pronounced. I probably only heard a subset of the tracks because I've never played the game. I saw a speed run of it at AGDQ or something like that, but I wasn't really hearing the soundtrack too much. Shout times 10. In case I didn't do that. So there's a decent chance for St. Roca being in there. He wouldn't be, I mean, he'd be pretty dangerous to kill right now. With buffs, he could be fine. Immolation tricks can also help you out a little bit there, but particularly since I've got RF, but I am killing most of his posse, so that may not be so possible. I do have large rocks, that can help. My god, with the... You know what? Somebody's gonna get in a lot of trouble. I'm gonna do something, and you're gonna... It's gonna be... You're gonna see. Hey, yes. Don't ignore me, Nightbot. It's actually kind of a cool track, but that was clearly a violation of our standing discussion about no more Secret of Mana drums. He's provoking me. I'll try just to chill here, see if we can get along with just this. Nice. So he went down pretty fast. Wow, beautiful, Zerg. Thank you. I'll put that somewhere in the notes. Or else I'll send it to Lasty. I'll do both. Slow, how dare you. This is a cool remix. I think I've heard it before. Yeah, right on. We just got the tournament page coming together. So yeah, you can see this vault was not that. There is the Warlord, and those are sort of scary, but there's not quite the vaults that are the scariest in Orc tend to have big concentrations of both the heavy-hitting, like, knights and, you know, high priests and sorcerers together. And this has relatively few given this encounter right here. It does have the Warlord, and they can be a real pain because they can deal out and soak up a lot of damage, but it's basically one tough monster as opposed to quite a lot of a little bit less hard ones. Damn it. No weapon shop? Oh, dude, look at all that. All that stuff I can't wear. Oh well. The shield was cool. It wasn't home run Orc shops, that's for sure, but shield was nice. No, it's going to be the old scripts, however. It might be the last tournament where we use those. I think Checkers is hoping to incorporate tournament scoring into scoreboard. But it will be run largely the same way. The rules did not change too much. We added a new... The Usk banner is basically a kind of a turn count banner, so I might actually go for that. Could be fun. It's get to Temple in 3K, get for tier 1, get to Elf 3 in 9K for tier 2, and get to the end of Gehenna in 27K for tier 3. So kind of a turn count banner. And Hep takes over Pack's old banner of worshipping at a faded altar, which is pretty nice and easy transition for that banner, since the theme was like arguably a lot even better. I mean, not a lot, but better than the original one. And no real major rule changes of any kind. The repo's cloned and running locally. How do you mean? You mean for a scoreboard? In which case, that's interesting. Are you going to help out with scoreboard dev? Or are you just kind of playing around with it? Oh yeah, cool. I mean, if you want to help out, I think Checkers and ZXC and Kremen are doing a lot of work for it. And I'm kind of popping in and posting one-liners occasionally. I'm not really doing anything with scoreboard too much. You haven't done anything about it? Well, I think they're looking to improve it. So if you have code or are willing to contribute code, yeah, I mean, there's a Discord, Zerg, which is the crawl-os Discord, where you can just chat with ZXC and Checkers and Kremen. I pop in there a lot. Is there a link for that? Hope I didn't mess up my stream somehow. Yeah, he has on the bottom URL of the scoreboard, I forgot, there's a hyperlink for that, so find it from the scoreboard page. You can get that. If you want to chat with those guys. So we're doing D14, might go ahead and just do D15 as well. But level 15, so we're just going to keep taking decks. Eventually we're going to try to get some dodging going. I didn't really do much with those tactics right there, but that's alright. So the cool thing about getting Swamp is there is, we don't have statue, do we? No. Swamp means I can probably get Swamp Dragon armor, which would be a very natural armor for me to upgrade to. They weren't bad track, the last one that got played, but yeah, you can see like the damage right there this guy's doing. I've got RC, but it's really spiky AF cold. I wonder if I can eat these. Problem, I really wish you could eat mutagenic trunks while engorged. It's really annoying. More RC, huh? Well, those weren't so great. Let's try a mutation pot. Got another one in Orc. Don't like being a 2 int, that's for sure. Oh, Christ. Can't you see I'm trying to mutate myself, Mr. Hill Giant? Pick this up. Ooh, that's kind of bad. Deterioration 2 with int 4 is not so good. Clarity is really cool, but yeah, we might have to go ahead and cure this. Looks like, yeah, pretty much cured them all. That's alright though. You know, that's a game that you don't have to play. Like, you can see that on the end, the only thing I got out of it was losing my RC and 2 points of strength, so obviously I think I did roulette to get the RC in the first place. So now I don't have any RC, but not that big of a deal. Just didn't want to have deterioration with that much int. I might take a point of int or something, I guess, eventually. Or wear an int thing. Yeah, I had this ring on, but... Oh wait, I've got a cloak. I should have the ring on anyways. Because it is giving me flight, which is good for swamp, and I've got an our poison cloak on, so I don't need an our poison ring. At least I think that's how it works. Drop the ordinary tomahawks because also going to drop the tomahawks for turning. Those didn't do any good. Roxanne is kind of interesting because she has a Book of Earth, or she can drop it, and I could get statue form, which is a nice way to go. On the other hand, I have to kill Roxanne, who has Crystal Spear, which is a little bit scary. I don't have, let's try this gambit. Can I do repel? Yeah, I can do repel with this, so let's, I don't think this is really gonna work. Yeah, that's what I mean. I have to see how this goes. Oh, she... Ooh. Nice. Nice. Oh, she has Orb of Energy? Okay, well that was a little bit weird, but we did it. And there is statue form. So that's a spell I could get. I have atrociously bad int. Not exactly the best. I would need to level some int, I think. And I'd have to begin training, you know, our Earth aptitude isn't too bad, at least. But I'd have to begin training Transmutations and Earth. I'm not going to be able to keep this int ring for too long. You don't need all that much int, like even 15 is more than you need, but Statue is kind of nice for trolls because they have pretty poor EV and it gives them good GDR and AC. And they get to keep their claws, they get to keep their shield. But the shield alone pretty much solves their defense problem. You just get like some kind of dragon armor that's decent. Swamp is not the best, it's sort of like chainmail-ish. But it's definitely good enough. Statue also gives you convenient source of Arlec, which is nice. So, I don't know, do I want to go for Statue? I don't usually do Statue outside of, well, I don't know that I've ever done a Statue troll, to be honest. Might as well, like, try it. It's no the 27 Lears Albert. That is true. It's no amazing piece of armor that can get completely removed, dropping all of your slot AC in one mutation. That is a really strong piece of armor, but that thing about the mutation is terrifying. I forget if it takes a helmet slot or if it works with a hat slot. So if you get horns 1, I think it's like if you get horns 1, it falls off. That's the scary part. Pretty cool on a halfling maybe, I guess. Wearing a Lajatong of Order. I mean, it's an incredibly strong piece of armor, so it's just the scary part about getting a mutation and losing it. Even a temp mutation could do that, I think. I mean, it wouldn't be any different, of course. Which, this is Final Fantasy, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know if I'd save this one or not. My song request bot there requests it so frequently, I might as well save it. Prevents him from requesting more secret of mana drums, so I'll do it. Statue form. So yeah, maybe we'll do a statue troll. I've not really done that. We've got pretty good UC right now, so I could take a switch to... this spell is impossible to cast. I want to focus both of these to get the spell sooner rather than later, and I don't really want to have 2 other unfocused skills, so I guess I'll turn off. I like to keep piling up Invo to get good mileage out of Rue, or Usk. I say that and I run. I don't know if the tracks can truly be good with those drum samples. Really makes me think of like that one track in Secret of Mana that's like so annoying, that's got like the really loud sample. It's like this upbeat kind of theme. And it's like it's kind of used in some of the towns, I think. It's like not that annoying when you play it in game because you're not really focusing on it, but it's pretty annoying if you actually listen to it. Oh boy. Got fun times here with these things. These Spriggan Riders can do, oh wow, 3 of them is not so hot. Can do a surprising amount of damage. Nice teleport right there. Gotta love it. Yeah, the boss music is kind of grating as well. It probably has that sample, but it's just really kind of a lot of annoying percussion, I guess. It's not my favorite either. Yeah, these guys are... I mean, I'm not in that much danger, but that was annoying. We're gonna burn another teleport and just step back. Should retain enough HP. wish I could. I wish two things. Actually, what I need is just my evoke. Oh, it's already down to 28. Huh. I'm gonna turn off throwing a bit and actually focus some evo, just to get enough for flight to. Yeah, would be fitting if that happened. Oh, well. Yeah, you have to teleport early enough to be able to. That's the thing with teleport. You have to do it early enough so that you. Oh, that's right. I'm also an MDA. That's gonna make me cast spells a little bit less well. So if you do use statue form, you want to have a relatively light armor because if you're in any nasty fight, you just switch to statue form, and if otherwise you're just doing some trivial melee. MDA is not too bad for casting spells, but I want to see. That AoE damage that doesn't miss can be kind of nice. These guys weren't doing too much to me, but seen them do a surprising amount of damage. A surprising amount of damage. No. It's not really. There's definitely some similarity with Rue, but Rue doesn't. Yeah, it's not all that similar to Rue. For one, obviously you don't make any sacrifices, so you don't have to deal with that, which is great in my opinion, because I'm not a big fan of those conducts. But what Us kind of feels like to me is a Che type god, but without the slowness restrictions, yet at the same time you of course don't get the other stat bonuses. But Che gives you like this big damage buff from the strength increase, also from the dex increase, you know, like your accuracy and stuff like that, but mostly from the strength. And Us gives you a huge damage increase if you train Invo and get the pain bond. And so it has that sort of feel to it, and then yeah, the passive paralysis definitely does remind of Rue. It's just, it's much more short-lived. So it might help a little bit if you were like hitting some things and escaping, but typically when you're getting that, you might get some kind of clutch paralysis to help you escape a bit, but it's just sort of some extra passive damage, kind of like how Rue plays out in that regard. But the pain bond sharing thing is pretty strong, and of course the paralysis is pretty strong. The line pass is kind of the mobility move. It's pretty situational. Obviously it's not going to compare to like power leap or other, you know, panic buttons. It's not really a panic button. It can be nice to confuse a monster though, that's for sure. And there's the fact that you don't really have to worry about the god increasing in strength. It doesn't, you know, the strength of the god is the same from when you begin worshipping it to at any other point in the game. Rue's damage output comes from, you know, damage increase that's passive from paralysis and other hexes, and that is similar to Usk, but the paralysis it's probably secondary to Pain Bond. For like a 1v1 fight, it's more like that. Stack with Cleave. Well, Cleave will get you... Pain Bond, let's see how Pain Bond works exactly. Yeah, so it would... Right, damage from Pain Bond is also shared. So to answer the question, yes, because you know, the Cleave is going to work, and also Pain Bond itself. And yeah, you'll see like big crowds of monsters just kind of flop over and die, which is pretty amusing. Book of Necro. Any skill would be kind of nice to have. So I enjoy Usk, to be honest. I'm not much of a... Oh boy, we got a lot of fun stuff here. Jeez, and then another one? Amazing. Can I net this guy? Nice. Oops. Didn't quite mean to do that. Let's try that again. Oh, I know what this vault is. This is Nicole's vault. Oh shit. Yeah, oops. These things hit really freaking hard. So, don't do what I just did right there, obviously. Wow. Those things can hit surprisingly hard, man. Could have died from that hit right there. This is a nasty vault that's got a lot of monsters. I've killed most of them, but maybe all of them. I just happen to have an Armour amulet. Don't have the sync, do I? So yeah, you want to watch those mangroves. They will hit you pretty hard. I've seen that before, and I shouldn't have been hitting him like I was there. So I had to burn through some heal wound to get to, and a blink, which I have a bunch of, but still. I don't have a lot of panic buttons with this god, so it's not like I can go crazy. You know what, I'm realizing I probably could have done this before. I don't know how many large rocks I had. I don't think I picked them up until later. It'd be fun fighting all those hydras on Swamp. Although by then we can, well, I don't know if I'll really get anywhere with statue form. Even with the Brill Pot, it may not be all that castable. We'll have to see. Thank you, paralysis. So there's the Swamp Dragon armor. Two scrolls could get it to +2, which would be some pretty decent GDR. Kind of not a bad thing to consider. As opposed to just, we hope, statue form with Brill Pots. But I'm not really going to have much use for Brill Pots after statue form becomes castable. It's not like those are that precious or anything. More friends. Nice, thank you for the... Yeah, that roots stuff sort of removes your EV, so I don't know if that has any effect on SH. So rocks can take us pretty far versus any single Hydra, that's good. Wait. Oh, Swamp Room, never mind. I got confused. You know what? That sounds like that's just gonna get skipped. I see the word rap in the title. What? Bastard. I don't have any RC, I guess. Yeah, DK rap. Everybody's favorite. I'm doing you all a huge favor by preventing the dissemination of that music. Huge favor. Public service, it's a thankless job, but I take it very seriously. Preventing game hip-hop remixes from making it out into the wild. Good old Chrono Trigger. See, jazz we can do. I always really love the intro of this track, both the previous part and this part. K-Rap is god tier. This from the person who's always... Oh, good, we got some RF now. Oh, wait, I have RF. How do I have RF again? Oh, right, my shield. Yeah. I remember. This from the person who's always requesting a cappella. What's going on here? Oh, crap. Yeah, these guys you want to... This pictured situation here is fun times. Slow, roots. This dude is like not damaged at all. It's good stuff. I'm actually just gonna straight up blink. Straight up. What does he have? Ah, gotcha. The trees were doing their tree thing. Yeah, it's not super safe to go back down those stairs with the mangrove. Oh, yeah, see, because your name is too similar to his. And you even both show up as green. How about that? How about that? So we will do the rock to the face trick. Which eventually works. Takes a while. Goes. Are you standing on shallow water? Do we have any whiz? Ah, the staff. That is hugely helpful. That is very helpful. Wow, still. Jeez. Well, with Brill, it should be castable. Then it's a little bit less scary to go down. Which stairs are these? This guy may have dispersed by now. Okay. Regen. Turn off transmute for now. Focus Earth. We've got enough Evo, I feel. I should probably continue training both of these just because the... Yeah, all the green name people. What's up with that? There's RSC. Haha. Those bog bodies generally, they're bolts of cold. They do hit, but by the... Oh boy. Oh, this is a Che vault. Damn it. Che, I also think I got your vault in Lair. I know this is a Che vault. See. Where was it? Here? Yeah, Heart of Darkness, that's right. I think that's what that vault is. This? Or this? Yeah. I'm not sure about that. Oh, there's metal all over, but I don't know if that's it or not. I don't know if you can see what I'm looking at either. Oh wait, that's stone, but there's metal over there. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. Wow.
Here we go. So the finally here. Performing for you. If you know the first.
Son of a bitch. He only did that because I said it just now. It's actually not a bad acapella though. This is a bad situation I've created. Huh? Like, really? Wow. 80% with the staff. That's quite a shame. Well, that plan sucked. Yeah, we just have too low, and we have not enough int. That's pretty crap. Don't like a random teleport too much. Also don't like how many blink scrolls I'm using for all this nonsense. It's pretty bad. Oh right, the roots. That's smart. Yeah, I can't do anything because of roots. You are a bastard, sir. Man, if I had statue, this would be a lot less scary. But I'm not going to cast it with 20% fail or 20% success. Makes me wish I had just put on that swamp dragon armor and enchanted that. Which, to be honest, I might go ahead and do. This damage is unacceptable. So yeah, this is the fun of working with a troll and also with ogres, is that you really do have to think about where your defenses are going. Because right now, your damage is, monster damage output is increasing, but if your defenses don't increase to compensate, all you have is HP and what EV you could get. Kind of surprised that even with a Staff of Wiz and a Brill Pot, this guy cannot cast statue form. That's interesting. I mean, I only do have like cumulative 10 between the two skills, but it would be a lot less XP to just dump a bunch into armor. On the other hand, I don't really have that much enchant, so it's not like... My armor would be sufficient, though, with the shield and with the AC increase. It would be, let's see, 2 enchant, and then difference base of 3, so that's 5. If I got up some armor skill, it would be between 8 and 10 more AC, even if I didn't change the enchant too much, which is pretty good. I can't really stay here and fight these guys. I've got to do something about that. That thing could be teleport, but it's kind of crappy. It's also... I have haste. I have 1 haste. Just don't... I want to stop this hemorrhaging of blink scrolls because we're only going to have so many of those things. This guy's not just flush with tricks for dealing with stuff. Until we get statue, we're going to be staring at inventory a lot like this. I mean, 4 blink is still a lot, so I guess there's that. I'm actually gonna blink and go all the way over here to which I hope will be... Wow. Interesting. so much damage. I guess it's the roots. And this was a pretty poor blink location. Well. I'm not gonna risk death for... Damn, this guy. Really wish I could get rid of this clown, but there's nothing I can do. Pain in the ass. Don't want to use my other blink and be down to 1, but I might have to do it to be safe. What a jerk face. This thing with stature really pisses me off because that was definitely my plan. I guess I just should have been focused more on Earth and Transmute, so I would have had more. It was a sort of an impromptu plan because I only started it on like Swamp 1 or whatever. I doubt I would be all that much further. I'm not sure I could have like changed skilling so that I would have been able to cast it, maybe, but I kind of doubt it. I wonder if I could net this guy. Oh, clutch. Alright, that net saved me a blink scroll, so that's cool. Don't cast spells. Come on. Are you serious, dude? I guess the delay is really high with this. Man, it's so bad. Like, not only that, but I don't have large rocks anywhere good, so it's like 1.7 is pretty awful. And bad accuracy. Well, we're gonna switch off Invo a bit and switch on to some more throwing so we can... Yeah, I've created a little bit of a perfect storm here because I'm not using AC granting armor. I think what I'm going to go do is go put on the stay. Oh, good. Just what I wanted to fight. Just my favorite monster to be fighting right now. I think I'm going to go put on the scales. And, oh, I'm already... No, I'm not carrying it. And this will delay, but I can switch, and then we're going to enchant this. Just to give me some edge in combat. God damn it with the acapella. This will help me use large rocks like I'm doing for Hydras a little bit more effectively. I'm really gonna have to tweak. Honestly, you see this, I'm gonna have to really tweak the code for my song request bot there. It's like, it shouldn't be requesting Secret of Mana drums and too much acapella and giving me sass like that, so I need to go and change its code. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for this. It's unprofessional, but I'll fix it. I'll fix his AI. What the hell was I even gonna do? I enchanted up my... Yeah, so +3 is pretty cool for burning on this. So now I've got defenses now. Obviously statue is like completely out of the question in any way for a while, but... Hell, I can even revisit the idea. I'm joking, Zerk. I'm joking. Well, I'm not gonna... The joke is that Free Kill B is just a bot that I programmed who requests songs. Yeah, swamp is like decent for a while, and it's like it will make a difference. It'll make a difference for giving me like more GDR, more AC. The thing is, I kind of need train armor skill to really get a lot of use out of it. But I'm choosing to go with statues, so we'll see. I didn't get all that much of an increase. I got 4 AC and then some GDR. So it's probably going to be enough to make my swamp experience a little bit smoother, but the way this plan is going statue means that it's going to be a little while before I see this, and I don't really have any int bonuses. My indignancy sound. That's yeah, it's tongue in cheek. I mean, I assume that you got the joke that Free Kill's not a bot. But, I mean, honestly, maybe he is. Who can say? Okay, I went back down these stairs, but maybe not the wisest move. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to deal with that. There's a lot of crap down there. I don't want to deal with that either. You are my only hope, stairs. Oh boy. Nice. Ain't the only one in this chat. My splat ratio has sadly increased recently due to that Zod death, but up to 1 in 6 chance that I'll splat. And I'm not really improving it too much with this, speaking of not improving things. Jeez. This is terrible. Alright, well I can at least teleport here. Oh, you... Dude, with the teleports, stop please with the troll teleports. Thank you. It's the second time that's happened in one game. This poor troll. Getting trolled. I'm not helping his life, but... we are not doing great with consumable usage, let me tell you that much. Like, I still have a decent-ish amount of heal wounds, and I still have a couple blink, but my god. Yeah, but you shouldn't kill a troll. I mean, these are so easy to win. I just... I think the easiest strat is always just, like, enchant the first viable armor. The statue thing is cool, but it's like... There's also the going with a god that maybe gives you allies is really helpful for these, so when you run it's not just, well, I guess I gotta teleport. No, I'm not saying that because I'm... Well, for one, you shouldn't kill lots of trolls. They're the easiest species. Those two things contradict each other, Pesto. If you're using consumables right, you're not going to kill your troll, because they're like the strongest species in the game. But no, I'm commenting more from the standpoint of you want to just keep an eye on the trajectory of where your consumables are going, because once you run out of those, you don't have those panic buttons anymore. It's easy to overconsume and run out of the consumables that you really need just by playing inefficiently, which I've been doing. We'll just have to shore it up a bit. Less silly hijinks. Okay, where? I need to only go to these stairs. No, not those. Not you, not you. Oh yeah, that's right, Mr. Hydra Man. But yeah, Hydras aren't too bad if you're at full HP, even throwing slow rocks at their face. Okay, this is the one. watch these slime creatures though. I'm pushing it a little bit even there. Swamp Dragons I'm not really too concerned about because, again, with the art poison, their damage output just isn't too high. But the Hydra are still a little bit scary. Jeez, this song goes on forever. And then Nightbot ignores you forever. I love it. It's got like the longest cooldown, I feel. I guess it's 5 seconds. Okay, so this is the classic Swamp Vault. All the monsters dispersed and we just kind of fought them individually. Oh, it's alright. More teleport. More teleporting back into LOS. It's that same damn fight, too. That's the annoying thing about it. 2 Hydras, and then the Shambling Mangrove decides he needs to show up. Now I got these clowns. Look how much that damage did. Didn't block nothing. Oh god, could you just walk forward, please, Mr. Dragon? We get it, you can blow poison breath. It's like, no, but check this one out. No, seriously, that one was cool, but this one, check it out. This is gonna be a big one. Okay, Mr. Unkillable Four-Headed Hydra. How on earth are you not dead? My god, that guy. It's like, you cannot hit me. 4 heads and he's using every single one of them. Was this oh, we didn't finish that vault. Guess we'll get a chance to do that now. Ugh, pain. Had to appear behind. Oh my god. I swear to Christ, dude. Could you please die? Thank you so much. Ugh. Gotta love crawl combat sometimes. You're like, look, I just die. Stop missing. The ghost crab just like makes the summons in front, so you can't get a line to fire through them. Of course, I don't have any. They're probably confusable, those monsters. I don't think they have very high MR, but again, it's like you can't get a line of fire to it. Yeah, it's only got 40. If I'd been smart, I would have confused it. Confuse isn't that great against hydras, it has a pretty low chance of success. You can confuse, like, I don't know about shambling mangrove. They might not even be hexable, I'm not sure. Yeah, MR100, you're not going to confuse those either. Ghost crabs, though, you probably could, but that one was just... makes one of those instances where I really wish I had blinked the spell, which I don't. There it is. Should probably go buy that. Wouldn't be hard to get enough translocations to cast that spell, so I think that's what we're gonna do. This was a really awful swamp, which maybe isn't so surprising because, is this even that vault? I guess it is. Here we go. Yeah, it really did. That's what made me think, oh, it's got to be that vault. But then I saw like no rooms. I was like, wait. Just was a troll vault. Yeah, this was, sorry about this, was a terrible swamp. I don't think there was anything good about this swamp other than the fact that I didn't die. Probably having just... This is kind of what happens if you sort of split your plan up. Like, it would have been a lot more direct to just pick the armor that I had available now, which was the Swamp Dragon armor, and work on throwing and armor skill. But I saw the Book of Earth, I was like, oh cool, this will be a statue form run, which in theory is fine, but probably works a little bit better if you've got more starting int. And, well, works probably a lot better as a TM if you've got more starting int and have been training transmutations to some degree already, so that you don't have to start from square one, because then it's just delaying your defensive increase. Would have been a lot better to have more throwing skill and better large rocks for hydras. See you later. Because we're still 1.7 for each throw, which is pretty damn slow. It seems like every other fight is coming to like 50% damage, even with Hydra that don't really do too much. Wonder if I'd have better luck with javelins, actually. For snake, we can do better with like just straight up kill holing. I've got dig, I've got a recharge for dig, so snake shouldn't be so bad. Although I do not have Arlek, I don't think. That sucks. And I don't have any res spots either. You can use large rocks against shock serpents, but it's the same kind of problem. Damn, don't even have any spell levels. Oh, that's because I have 0 spell casting. That's the other issue. Guess I gotta train that some. Probably don't need too much more than about 10 transmute, and then the rest will be made up with earth because the aptitude difference. We're not super far. Is unique. There could be. Learny is, each branch sort of has one official designated unique, and Learny is one of the older ones who has that bit, and he's the swamp one, and then Spider has Arachne, and then Shoals has Ilsu, however you pronounce that. And Snake has Vashnia, so they're all kind of covered. You could have more branch-specific uniques, but we've sort of been happy with one of them. Oh yeah, Confusing Touch. I was using this earlier, but I'm gonna stop because I am. Man, I need one spell. I think I'll ditch a port for now and get Blink. Blink is a spell that would make my life a little bit easier. We'll hold off on spellcasting and just get... We'll just divide this up. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't using it, actually. The thing is, with Confusing Touch, it potentially would have been a good spell versus those Hydras. I wasn't really thinking about it, but the other Hydra solution I should have been using is just put on the damn Swamp Dragon armor and also have a little bit more throwing. It's kind of more satisfying. Confusing Touch is not bad, but I think with Confusing Touch the duration is based on spell power or something, because they just don't stay confused all that much. I'm probably also underutilizing Line Pass a bit. Maybe even the Telefrag. I haven't used any of that. Anything to confuse the Hydras is pretty good stuff, and that's kind of... So that's another route I could have gone to make my life a lot easier, is just use Confusing Touch or just have better stuff with the large rocks. It's a little bit annoying because, well, I had decent flight and I actually wasn't using it too much. I was also fighting a lot of those stupid mangroves, so that was the other part. Confusing Touch with flight doesn't sound too bad, but they wander around in water and then you've got to hit them. And the problem with Confusing Touch and Hydras is, like, if you're meleeing them, you're making them worse when they come out. But you can use large rocks, however, then they're going to wander into deep water and stuff, and you're going to be kind of not wanting to hit them. So it's a little bit fussy, but it's totally viable. Yeah, that can definitely happen. Lerny is not, he really doesn't have any defenses. He just has so many attacks. So that can definitely... So that can definitely be pretty effective, just getting a good summon, or even a single summon, a scroll of summons can do it. If he's focused on hitting you, he will not... By the time he starts paying attention to the troll, it can be too late. I've also used Phantom Mirror once against him, and like it killed him. He doesn't have very good defenses against a monster just like himself. I don't know about Snake. The Shock Serpents are a little bit scary. I don't have any resist, nor a great way to mitigate them. And I am running low on teleport. I don't suppose I have any more teleport I can buy. What is this one? Teleport other. Huh, how about that? Well, there's not too many other places we can go. I don't have to do all of Snake if I get scared by it. Like, I don't have to do Snake, you know, the end. I can go into vaults whenever I wish where there's a lot more, so we can just kind of feel out Snake and see how it goes. I mean, you don't really need Aralek for Snake, but what concerns me is the combination of stuff like that and this guy's overall propensity for taking damage. But we'll see how it goes. Speaking of that, portal time. Damn. It's still a little bit frightening, to be honest. Our missile is kind of nice here, although not sure how necessary it will be. Wow, really cannot hit that guy. Yeah, you can see even the top level Nagas aren't too scary in combat. It's the random elect damage that kind of scares me. And sharpshooters can kind of just plink you with a lot of extra damage. I do have statue form, but it's going to be a little while before we get there. We'll see how it goes. If I can get it castable in, like, maybe a robe, we'll have to see. I'll have to try it soon and sort of get a sense of what it's like, because in MD, in modeled, it was already not castable, but it might be better. Let me go check that actually. Why are you taking, really? Statue 100% and 98%. No spellcasting skill and 8 int. So yeah. Kind of my late game solution, I guess, or later game. I can pretty much ascend with swamp, so I don't know. We'll have to see. Jeez, what? Oh, there's Vash. See what we can do with a Jill. I might take care of her. Or not. So, am I hitting her, like, at all? Wow. Gotta be careful with this because, yeah, that's what we don't want. Oh, quit blinking. Oh, but I can frag her. Oh, she's getting fragged. She's almost dead too, but yeah, severely wounded. Goodbye. Perfect. I should have done that earlier. Man, the ritualist, what a pain. Yeah, it's a pretty fun ability. You got to remember to use it. It's kind of easy to forget to use it, actually. Ugh. My God, please stop. Yeah, piety increases based on damage, and it kind of increases and decreases pretty rapidly. I have a faith amulet on, so it increases more rapidly than it does with other than what it would without faith. And Stomp itself will help increase piety if you damage enough things with it. I haven't been doing that too much because you kind of need to have a lot of stuff around you. I mostly use it very occasionally for some undodgeable damage if I feel like that's good. Oh, I hate these ritualists. Such a nuisance enemy. Mostly because they bring annoying snakes in addition to increasing poison damage. Yeah, I mean, cleaving is good. The thing is, you want to be careful about, like, putting yourself in dangerous situations just to increase piety. So, I mean, high damage weapons are going to be better just for the same reasons that, freaking ritualists. Could we please get... That's funny. So yeah, I mean, high damage weapons are just going to be good in general because of how good they are for most characters, but it is true that you will gain, I would say make that decision more on the character than necessarily making it on Usk. Although cleave is probably a pretty strong factor for increasing piety. The thing is that cleave is often not. A lot of the things that will give you increase your piety for aren't too optimal for keeping you alive. So you have to keep that in mind, that you may and Rue doesn't give you panic buttons for getting out of those situations. I mean, she does have some, but oh good. And we have good gold, so that's good. Maybe this troll will find some really good additional stuff to put on. Do I want my RC? I don't. Damn it. Gotta drop some stuff. Don't need that ring of flight anyhow. Not a lot of shops here. Junk. Food that I don't need, and well, here we go. That is a pretty cool ring. That is just the kind of ring that we like. Four Winds is really neat, but honestly, well, it's not bad as a swap. But the cool thing about Faith is I can actually swap, so that's sort of an interesting one. Maybe I'll get both. It's really cheap. Let's see what the other shop is first. Hell Harrower. Good. Brannick has a project to kind of merge mottled and yellow, I think. Nothing's really wrong with them. People complain about mottled a lot because they just kind of find them unexciting, which that I can understand. A lot of people also misunderstood how strong they are. They're like one of the stronger Draconians. Their breath has recently been kind of improved so that it's a ranged attack, which a lot of people really hated that it didn't have any range. But that's been changed. However, he's working on that. So if you find either yellow or mottled to be kind of boring, then maybe you'll be excited about that. Yeah, I guess I'll buy both of these. I could buy. I have fire shield, so I really don't need to buy an RF ring. That would be dumb, but it would be cool to have a RC ring that was not ice. I mean, I don't really need to buy it, but at the same time it would be nice. Don't really have too much else to spend my gold on, so why not? And we can ditch the Ring of Ice. So we'll wear this. I guess if I've got this on most of the time, I'm probably not going to need Four Winds all that much, truthfully. But it's cool. Maybe I'll switch out the ring, although it's such a good ring that... So that worked out. That was a good bazaar, just because I got that one ring, which was very nice. That will help statue and my other spells on a little bit. Blink is already... The hell? CAO should be back, 7. Let me go see if it's online. That's okay, we'll have a chat with Pesto later about that song request. Yeah, CAO is up right now. I see people playing. I know, I'm sorry I reacted very quickly, but I have to because people have been misbehaving with song requests. I have to throw down the hammer. Literally no fun zone. Everybody knows that this is the fun zone. We have very carefully regulated and appropriate levels of fun in this stream. Everything is completely controlled and tuned for optimal fun. Yorgi. The Yorkster. Oh, isn't about fun. It's okay because I have a special mystery game. I'm not sure that I'll get to it tonight because I wouldn't really have enough. Maybe I'll... Oh, I'm not carrying it with me. Damn. It is a swap. I really should. Please she doesn't banish me. Nope, she didn't. That's right. Theoretical optimal songs. God damn that exclusion. It's so annoying. I really shouldn't have put that my gear down in an exclusion because that's pretty obnoxious. So yeah, I could have swapped to that, and there's not really much of a I'm already at like near no piety, so I don't think there's any penalty for that swap. Oh good, Telly one, that's nice. CAO just had, its disk was full, and the person who owns the server doesn't have time to admin it too much. And, wow. We are, taking a lot of damage from that dude. And, you know, Neil he was the former CSCO admin, and he used to spend more time with that server too, but he doesn't like to do too much admin stuff these days. Okay, so now I will switch to 4 Winds. Now I should be able to resist sleep, yeah, very well. And I have our poison, so wow. He's doing pretty good damage, and he's really hard to hit. Gotta really watch this HP. Work. Need to get repel up. Get it up and keep it up. Do we have any spells to him? No, we don't. Right now, just Swamp Dragon armor. We're kind of working on statue form eventually. I just want to get some of my charms going here. So we get those up to 5. The lag difference, if you really care about the lag, you're probably not going to be super satisfied with, actually going to put this into the shield because shield is kind of a more long-term item. Jerk store. Maybe not fight this guy when I'm starving. It's my plan. Good jokes, funny jokes. Need to carry 2 of these. So we'll see how this goes on. Oh, nice. We'll see how this goes on. It's gonna kind of depend on how many, like, really annoying. Oh, this might be the lava one. I don't have a single res pod. That's what kind of bothers me. Oh, hey. Oh, God, distortion. She would have that. Jeez. What did I do to deserve this? Can I cast? I can blink. I want to blink. What I want to do is... Yeah, okay. Cast your spell, you retard. So I can use this. That was not incredible. And then this guy decided, yeah, that's what I figured would happen. Well, we'll just teleport out of here. Oh, hey, that's cool. Good teleport, really. Nice. Good job, team. That was pretty cool. Four Winds doesn't help me there, Chosen. If you mean for like distortion, it has no protection against that. There's no protection against distortion effects at all from the melee weapon. For banishment, you can, yeah, get MR, but that distortion melee doesn't check that. Hey, there's my RF ring. You would pick the Lajatong up? Why would I pick the Lajatong up, Svunk? If you mean because monsters wield it, they don't do that anymore. Yeah, that got removed many versions ago, Svunkin. Monsters can no longer use items that the player has seen. So they'll never, if you've seen the item, monster will never pick it up. Yeah, I think that's been in since 016, I want to say. Might be wrong about that. But indeed, if you were playing older versions of Crawl, what he said is absolutely a good idea, because one of the worst things in the world is a monster with a distortion weapon. Maybe we won't have to butcher someday. I already don't have to butcher too much these days because I'm using auto butcher. Wow. 2 of them, huh? Huh. Nice. And this dude has black. Oh, good. Basically one shot the Man, that's why those things are so damn scary. You saw how much damage I was taking there. That was with the help of an Invispod. Oh good, and another one. That's great. So yeah, I don't really need to be doing this rune right now. I can do some of it and just kind of buzz off. That's why it's so scary. It's like you lose half your HP against those guys. They're just not super safe to be fighting them. Then there's another one. Wow, he died. Good pain bond. I think that was due to pain bond right there. It's enough transloc for now. We're going to keep this at 5. Should be able to... well... we'll have to revisit blink. 12% blink is not the best, but... Lonely Enchant Book without its haste spell. Yeah, I have +4 Swamp, so... I'm not training armor skill yet because I have the idea that I am going to go statue. But I want to go check again to see where we are with statue with the int bonus that I got. I'm going to check after this. I haven't been pouring any more into it because I'm just getting some basic charms for repel and stuff, which I need to have up anyway. There is spell hunger too from statue, which is pretty appreciable. We're such a far away from it that it's goddamn monsters with their elec. Stop having elec. So we're gonna finish exploring this. Okay, well, there's that. This is a nice entrance for this area. Oops. Having all kinds of problems here. Yeah, no Arlec and no res pots, so you really gotta be careful. There's that big pile of snakes at the end in this vault, which not something I want to mess with. Since 0.1? Yeah, I imagine so. 0.14, okay. Yeah, it has. Got a few different snake editions. Would you guys move forward? I'd like it when you do that. Got shock serpents, mana vipers. Mana vipers are pretty throwaway. Shock serpents are kind of frightening. Of course, I got Naga sharpshooters. So the part I may not really want to finish is the big snake house at the end. I just don't want to have to deal with too many guardian serpents convoking shock serpents around me and stuff like that. They don't do the damage so much if it would harm others, I think, though. So yeah, even with statue, I've got to worry a little bit about food. I mean, I've got plenty of rations, but how dare you flank me? Who do you think you are? You can see I do very well one-on-one. With even Nagaraja, but oh, nice. Teleported me back into... yeah, that good example of why I like taking group damage is... ugh, this is bad. potentially really bad teleport right there too. And this is not so great either, to be honest. Are you freaking... Oh my god, dude, for real, stop it. Wow. How to use a heal wounds pot with a black mamba. Unbelievable. I mean, I could have died to that black mamba right there. Yeah, so that was pure laziness right there. Exactly why I shouldn't really be doing this level, because it's kind of frustrating to finish the level and I'm just like, you know, you get annoyed with various things. It's really easy to get annoyed and let that catapult you into splatting. Can't believe that black mamba. This guy has just pretty poor AC. It's actually not that bad, but that mamba was... Guy does really poorly in group fights, wow. Probably not the most ideal Usk character in a lot of ways. Go back to some you see. Yeah, it's funny, I really haven't won too many trolls now that I think about it. I don't know what I did win. That's not what I wanted. Truck. Yeah, those wins were really smooth. This guy's, I'm getting him just killed left and right. I think it's kind of, you know, Moklib would just be a lot better god for this guy, just because I would get HP back to compensate for his lack of offense, and Usk is, can't say I would recommend. It's kind of it feels like a similar problem you get when you do like a spin and choose maybe Dith. You're choosing a god that kind of helps you stab things even more and gives you more stealth, which is useful on the one hand, but it makes those things that you can't solve with stabbing and stealth seem more obnoxious. And this god is kind of like that, because it's sort of helping you even more with damage, but doing nothing to mitigate your relatively weak defense. And my training for this guy has not really helped either. Like, I could have armor skill and more fighting. Instead, I'm dumping a bunch of points now into statue. Throwing is really kind of handy for things like Hydras for these characters, so... Now, I mean, he does let you blast with spells, but if you're playing a spin as like a stabber, you're not going to have really XP to put... Well, I mean, later on you can certainly do that, and yeah, he does increase that, that is true, but I feel there are other gods that particularly give that kind of... that feel like they're a lot better for offsetting the weakness of using stabs. Wow, I lost all my rocks. Where did they go? Oh right, jerk store here. What is this guy? I don't think I can just melee this guy too well. I guess it's not going to go all that great. can't seem to damage him. Yeah, no, that's not even gonna happen. Just need to get this idiot away from me, so I can go get my rocks. Oh, could you go away? Useless ghost? God damn it. This ghost is really annoying me. Come over here. Oh, are you guys? Okay, good. There's a path right there. Teleport. You son of a bitch. Right. That's what would happen when you're trying to lead the ghost away from the area that you want to use to pick up the rocks. Are you... Trickstore, please. Stop it. I just want to collect the rocks. Thank you. So yeah, I would do, if I were to do this guy differently, well, Chosen, I'm really talking about, like, Stone Arrow is a really weak spell, early game spell. I'm talking about mid game and late game. You're not going to be using Stone Arrow too much, or wanting to use it. You're right that you can use it early on if you have trouble with hexing things, but they're just other gods that have better, that feel like they work better with that playstyle. It's totally, it's reasonable. But I don't want to really be like detouring to train conjurations and earth magic during the earlier portions of the game. And the bonus that he gives is certainly appreciable, but it's not like... Yeah. Yeah. Ash feels good because he lets you use like high damage spells, and he gives you spell power to use those spells effectively because he's giving you skill. So Ash is sort of more of an example of what I mean. Ash is like a really weak god initially, but Sven is extremely strong, so that kind of matters less. What Dith lets you do with Sven is get into stealth a lot faster, and then he gives you some modest bonus for, well, I shouldn't call them modest, but they don't, if you're going to use conjurations, it's maybe kind of a cool from that standpoint, though. If you do go into conjurations, you had a god that helped you with stealth initially and then gives you some bonus later on. This is a bad situation I'm in right here. I don't like this. Nice. This bar was doing some work, that's good. Yeah, Ash is pretty universal in what he does. He's just so weak early on. I'm not a big fan of Ash, personally. I know a lot of long-time players do like him, but he doesn't really do much for me. He's cool in that he gives you a lot of options, a lot of kind of, you know, he's not specific with what spells you use or anything. But I guess I'm not a huge fan of him. For Sven, he's kind of nice. Or for EN in general, I would say. For other roles, I'm kind of less excited about him. Yeah, he's a pretty generic, useful god. Never, you know, never really a wrong choice. Because there's always something that you can benefit from. Like, you know, even if you're doing more melee, you can benefit from having access to spells. If you're an enchanter, you can benefit from having access to other damage effects on spells. But for melee, I tend to prefer like gods that give you nice, impactful, active abilities. And for mages, I usually use the mage gods. Depending on, you know, mostly I'm doing characters that have set out to be a mage, so well, I don't think Ashe is generally, as far as optimality concerned, I don't think Ashe is ever really going to be that because he's so weak in the earlier game. So he's never really going to be optimal. But if you mean like for the later portions of the game, Deep Dwarf of Ashe is pretty miserable. Because you really, as a Deep Dwarf, would like to have access to some form of heal. Nothing's ever really going to compare with Mach unless it does something similar. Yeah, it's fun to mess around with. He's more interesting maybe than you compared him to Oka. He's maybe more interesting than Oka, I think. True in that the default, you know, that he works with pretty much any character in the end. I mean, that is true of all gods, of course, but he's a pretty good generalist. But messing around with skills is kind of fun. Generally, you don't want to do transfer skill, but sometimes that's hard to avoid. The heck is this? I got a minute. Going through all the snakes here. Yeah, it was a silly spell. Pretty silly spell. A lot of anacondas, my god. Yeah, what Swankin said is very much correct, really. Pretty much hit the nail right on the head. It was a really cool theme for the spell. It was fun to play around with, sort of, but it's not a good fit for the Transloc school, and it is in a lot of ways. I mean, taken on its own, it's different enough from Firestorm that, as far as crawl is usually concerned, it would be an okay design, but it doesn't really belong in Transloc. Or Transloc, the design of the school doesn't really fit that kind of a spell. Getting the shock serpents out of the way, I hope. That's probably most of the snakes. Well, I didn't take my own advice. You saw that silly 6 HP, 2 HP, actually, with the Mamba. I could have, like, died to a Black Mamba, which would have been a hilarious and appropriate death. I think I made this character's life a lot harder. I'm still pursuing this statue form dream. We'll see how that pans out. Oh yeah, I wanted to see... robe. I should keep my robe around with me so I can variously test statue form. Statue's down to 77, so we're finally, like, got to the point where we could theoretically cast this spell. That's good. Brill Pot and I could cast it. So we're getting there. And in the meantime, we're okay in this armor. So this has not been an especially great example of how to play a troll. Taking a lot of risks. The layer branches were a little bit more tough than they needed to be. Swamp did not go very well. I think in part what I would have changed about it is, well, going for the armor. I don't know about actual armor skill. The AC bonus would have been maybe BO. Oh, people are such good jokes. No, it's not the god. I mean, that is true. Going Usk created certain kinds of problems. It's sort of the similar with the situation I was talking about, like with Dith, that it's, you know, the damage is amazing, but there's a lack of panic buttons, and I don't have, like, I've got 2 blink, I've got modest heal wounds, so I really gotta watch it. I have no fear scrolls. I do have more teleport now, that's good. And so I could have gone something like Mokleb, which would have been a much safer choice, I think. But in part, I made life even worse than I had to, I would say. I'm not sure how I would have done the skilling a little bit differently. More throwing would have been cool. Maybe a bit less invo instead of, you know, I could have probably done okay with 8 invo, and then more into throwing. Maybe some more into fighting. Just getting the rocks so that the Hydras could be taken out. Confusing Touch was also a possible thing that I could have done more of. That might have been easier. It's sort of a hassle to use that, but it's possible. Yeah, Trog is obviously going to be super strong, definitely. But if you want, I mean, I'm playing Troll Gladiator, probably specifically not to play Troll Berserker. So I'm kind of discounting Trog immediately. If I wanted to play Trog, I'd probably just play Berserker. Sorry, Trog. Sorry about that. Is your username set? Okay. You have 4 Kobe's. Do you want to see where they died? Depends on what you want to see. How you want to summarize them. End of dungeon, D3, layer 2, shoals. If it was a different account, you would need to know the account name. But if it's that account, it's one of those guys. Yeah, it sounds like you played it on maybe a different account. Because if it was in fact Kobe, that's the query. That's all the Kobe games under your account. That's all the Kobe beef that we can see. Let's go to dungeon. But yeah, this is gonna be a crappy troll guide when I put it up on YouTube, assuming that it wins. Oh yeah, Nemelex, definitely. Would work just fine. Nemelex is another one, it's like... You can argue what you want about the synergy of it, but it's such a strong god that... I mean, it's easier if you tell me what you want to query, Svanken, but it looks like the only Kobe's that you played under that username that your nick is associated with, Silorio, the only Kobe's that were played are under that. You're talking about one that completed a ziggurat. I don't know if that was it the one that died on D star, the end of dungeon? Let's query it again for XL. Okay, so there's an XL21 one. I would assume it's that one. Yeah, it was the only one. I guess it was the one that you won. So the easy way to get that, if you know that it's a character you won, is just add the one keyword at the end and it will look it up. Yeah, I made that a little bit more complicated than maybe it needed to be. I didn't realize it was just character that you had won, but keep enchanting up the shield. Okay, this is one of my vaults. Item sacrifice was pretty bad. It was really scummy and kind of annoying. I think Nem does work a lot better with its current form of piety gain. Seems to work pretty well. That is D15.
Yeah, if you get really high info, it can do some damage.
I mean, once you get to that stage, you can start using spells like Tornado. It's going to be infinitely more effective. If you're able to clear ziggurats, you're probably able to get, you know, enough air to cast Tornado. But yeah, you definitely can do that. Do a melee only zig. %. Dropping fast. Do we have anything in shops? Just some heal wounds, which I'm actually going to go ahead and buy. Yeah, item, you know, it could go the way of item sacrifice. The thing with food is, item sacrifice is vastly simpler because there was one god that did item sacrifice, and that was Nem, and there was a very obvious way to reform it. Now, it would be very obvious to remove food and switch over to permafood. Then there's just the issue of, there's a lot of like other things that intersect with food costs, and it would be removing a ton of complexity from the game. So we just have to like go through all those and feel satisfied that the complexity that we're removing is good enough. But you know, spell hunger is just one of those things. Hunger from using spell hunger costs aren't too bad because, as you say, there's enough food in the game, but it's not too hard to run into hunger costs as if you're using spells extensively, and so that would put a limit. If we didn't otherwise adjust permafood, it could put some serious limits. That's one area. And Gozag is another example where he's giving you a cost, and that cost becomes meaningless. So there's just all sorts of random areas where removing it. It's a complex enough removal that I think that if it does happen, it's going to want to be thought out. It wouldn't shock me to see food eventually go away and crawl, but I don't think it's going to be one of those things where it's one, not quite as easy as it was to remove item sack from them, and two, it's not going to be done in a way that's just going to start breaking a bunch of stuff. No, it generally is not. That is true. It's not hard at all to ration your food, but the biggest standout issues probably just spell hunger, so that mages don't become incredibly annoying. There needs to be adjustments, I think, for spell hungers, probably spell hunger reduction. Somebody needs to figure out Gozag, what to do about that, because the whole cost that Gozag incurs is completely gone. Trolls might need something. There's a few areas. It's not the overall issue isn't that the dev team doesn't understand that there's a lot of food in the game. Believe me, we do. Purple dragon armor. It's modeled. Spell casting while trolling. Yeah, it wasn't It wasn't enough to get me into statue. It could be a good transition armor to go to if but I might just wear TLA, to be honest, because then I'll at least get regen. Change something into crawl? I would add more letters into the alphabet. That's okay. I think we're gonna go the cogmind route, which is adding large, adding items that increase your inventory size. Storage containers. I mean, to be honest, nausea didn't... It cropped up more in the same way that I'm talking about food cropping up if you were to remove chunks. But it wasn't... It's what you said earlier about food is not a problem if you manage it properly. Absolutely still applied with nausea and contam chunks. It was still the case. People wanted, some people who are kind of more pro-food, like DPEG, wanted food costs to be an interesting thing in the game. They didn't want to just try to use food as like a progress clock. But it's really tough when you start taking those costs and using them for multiple purposes like that. It tends not to work so hot. And that's basically what happened with food. It's sort of a progress meter, but... all the other attendant costs that got thrown into it just made it into a frequent source of annoyance, and people added a lot of it. It's really hard to keep all of those knobs balanced properly. Yeah, I think less permafood types is definitely change that would happen, because we've got pizza and we've got royal jelly. I think chunks take one turn now, so we might move to like all food. I don't know. I'm not really sure where that's gonna how that's gonna happen, but yeah, that definitely could. Maybe in 020 there will be... DPEG is talking about revisiting food again, but I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Wow, that's a lot of enemies. Come on, Pain Bond. Good old Pain Bond. Killed that stuff pretty fast. That was a lot of dudes. Oh yeah, it definitely did. That's why it was removed. It was seen as not really an interesting strategic, effect to have in the game. Okay. It's again mailing a titanic slime creature. Let's not ever do that again, shall we? One mighty green rat. Don't ever underestimate green rats. Might need to teleport this. Ooh, Nicola. Now that is frightening. that reach in? I think we're gonna grand finale on good old Nicola here. Oh wow. Of course there were more elves. That would stand to reason. I'm gonna hold on to my cancellation. Ooh, neat. I'd have to be careful and teleport again. Oh, come on, what was that? Nice. Didn't get any of that nasty, God damn the invis monsters. Do I have RC on right now? I should put on RC. Can't seem to stop this HP hemorrhaging. There we go. That was quite an exciting Vault 1. You make getting the orb very annoying? Yeah. It's true, monsters are such an impediment. Yeah, this was quite a V1. I made it more exciting in various ways, letting that dude mark me. I could have just swapped the foot to heal wounds to 4 wins and had not gotten marked right there, and that would have made that a lot easier. Crazy strong amulet that I didn't want to even swap to. Nice. Oh, God. You know what? Nothing is easy for this troll right now. Unbelievable. Like, we just can't get a break. Please die. Thank you. Wow. So much pain. Wow, still 61%. I did lose some int from that ring, I guess, but 47%. Int makes a big difference. But still not really there. Nice. That was a pro wizard. Had lightning bolt. And he had banish. We get our revenge on that wizard though. Oh, come on, get out of my base. Oh, wait. Add off my armor. Didn't think I realized that. Nice crab. Really wish I had regen right now. Damn it. Six charges is all you're giving me? Wow. Nice. Get the hell out of here. God, and he goes invis, this bastard. This wizard. Yeah. Go ahead, go invis as much as you like, my friend. Here you go, you're dead. You're dead, you hear me? Yeah, Svankin, I remembered the second time. First time I saw him, you don't know what his spells are, and I still should have switched, probably, but, you know. But don't worry, I did remember. Wasn't about to get banished again. Nice. Yeah, I probably should consider using it more on this level just because of the sentinels. Yeah, you have to keep in mind there's a stream delay, so by the time you shout out advice, I probably already thought about it and or did something else.
But no, I was on the same page.
I might actually just switch to 4 Winds away from Faith for a little bit, just to deal with, I mean, you can swap situationally with it, which, to be honest, is kind of cool. Something you can't really do with, oh my god, dude. Nothing's easy for this guy. Ain't nothing easy. Yeah, stream delay is a kind of a problem in that regard. Yeah, Mara... Well, I do have RF, right? Yeah. Mara's kind of a pain. I mean, I can use large rocks to some degree, but... I do have Holy Word, that's cool. There's my TLA. Jewelry shop. Wow, all the corrode gear. Great, my favorite. Well. My faith swap, something you can't really do with any other god. That's kind of cool. Yeah, really cool. Not worth corrode, unfortunately. It is a fun evoke, but I have the spell too, so it is 10% fail, but if I had evoke blink, it would also have a fail rate. Oh, good. Sack of spiders. It's our man Mara. Ouch. Yeah, he's able to do pretty good damage with this. Not sure if I'll be able to, Yeah, this is bad. I think we're gonna nope out of this. He's got a Drain Demon Trident, which is pretty awful, and I could probably kill him, but not worth the effort. I'll just have to deal with some red drain for a little while. If you can get him around a corner, it can work a little bit better, but Vaults is a little bit harder to control that because you can't dig anywhere. Digging would make it easier, but we almost got him there maybe, but not gonna happen this time. Just want to work off this strain though. Are you looking up Balrog? Oh, Wizardry, that's cool. Yeah, Hell Sentinel. We're going to go ahead and enchant up this right now. because if I do switch to statue, I'm not going to need enchant armor quite so much. Might as well take advantage of this AC now while I got it. Oh, wow, okay. My God. You son of a bitch. That's my own fault. Why did I move that way? Old Saint Roca. Okay. Good smites there. How the heck did you find your way over here, you jerk? God damn, dude. Son of a bitch. Can't believe that. Oh my god. I'm getting so trolled with... This troll is getting trolled. I have to say. Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm not really upset, it's just... silly annoyances. Like, I was at those stairs there. I guess it was noise that was over there that made that attracted the rest of the warden entourage, etc. This guy has kind of... he's pretty fragile still, so that's part of the reason why. We're in vaults too, and we're not, we still have some kind of like key weakness. His defenses aren't all that great. They're actually enough for sure, but okay, Vault Warden, come here. You have been the most annoying Vault Warden in all of vaults so far. Most annoying. Right. Down he goes. Rip Zerg's favorite unique.
Adam Scott, which one is that? I don't think I look anything like Adam Scott.
If that's who I think it is, but I might be wrong. Nice. Single shot from the elf mage takes down a quarter of my HP. Good times. The statue form with wizardry almost there. Statue form give RC? Or like RN. Okay, so no RC. Probably with that. It's a little dicey still. We're almost there though. By the end of this level, voices are similar. Yeah, is Adam Scott is that the guy from... Who is Adam Scott? Is that the guy from the, that show that, where like, the Mythbusters show, is that who Adam Scott is? I haven't seen that show in forever. Damn you. Damn you. Of course. We're going up in statue. Going statue, boys. Parks and Rec, okay. I'll have to look him up. Yeah, Adam Savage. Thank you, Coolitron. That's who I thought that was referencing. I got the Adam right. Let's try that. Before we melee the Simulacra, Timons, holy, whoa. Dang. Got a little bit close, unfortunately. Yeah, this is a little bit nope. Scurry Vault. Another Timons. Sounds like Secret of Mana again. Oh. Nope. Oh no, Lich, why you do this? Petrified me. You bastard! Tentemute. Do... Well, I mean, there's not actually all that much of a skill cost differential. It's there. So I use cancellation there, which is a handy little pot to keep around if you can. Well, this is intense. This remix is for real. Good old statue. Defenses are not that great. We need to, probably don't need too much more spell casting. I'm actually gonna switch into some dodging and fighting. Kind of round out these skills. So now we're finally getting statue to the point where I can cast it, but I need some more EV than what I'm getting. Oh, and I can almost cast it in this armor too, which is kind of cool. Wow. Spooky vault. Nice. Heal wound spots. We like these. More cancel if I need it. More Jill. Brill pot, I might buy that eventually, but don't really need it. Go ahead and buy that now. I'm going to use it, it's going to be now, because use it in a fight where something is dangerous and I need statue form, or I feel like I want statue form. I'm going to turn off PC. That is vaults. Kind of, I mean, there was some hiccups, but it felt like it was less frustrating than less scary overall. Mara was kind of unfortunate. I shouldn't have tried to fight him, but Mara with Drain melee is not a Mara that you want to fight. That's 3 times as much Drain that you're going to be taking, basically. It's pretty unhappy. well, that is going to do it for tonight. Sorry for the sloppy, dangerous, reckless play, but it was at least amusing to watch me nearly die several different times. Yeah, trolls are a little bit weird with the way you prioritize their skill. I'm perhaps not that great at it, because I feel like it's really easy to create a situation where your overpowering offense is not compensating for your defense, and it's really not hard to get their defenses right. You just need to be kind of conservative about what will fix them and what won't. Like that Swamp Dragon armor, getting that sooner, and just using that would have made my life easier, focusing on the things that actually get stuff killed rather than trying to get statues so early. And God choices a little bit of it, but Usk is still pretty fun. I kind of like Usk melee for these kind of low defense chars more than I like Dith as a spend. But different people have different tastes and feelings about that, so kind of if you try this guide yourself, maybe pick a character that does have better defenses, maybe try an axe user, so that they're not going to be taking too much damage, because Usk doesn't do much to mitigate. So that's why this guy is a little bit scarier sometimes because of that. So anyhow, thank you for everyone stopping by. I next plan to do a stream, if I don't finish this, of a mystery game, which I've been playing recently. And I'm all set up to stream that, so I should be able to do that. I don't know if I'll finish this guy first and then do that game, or do the game first. I'm still getting better at the game in question, and it's a fantastic mystery game. I won't spoil it, but thanks for everybody tuning in, and I took a break of a couple weeks, I think, to stream. It should be sooner the next time, because I'm not so busy right now. And yeah, it's November 4th. Yeah, that's right, mystery game's going to be exciting. November 4th is the tournament. Release is at the end of this month, so if you have any clans that you want to set up, get prepared, and see the tournament page. Hopefully there, maybe Lam Lobot died. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's the tournament URL, so bookmark that. That'll get updated. The rules are already up to date, and I don't think they're going to change too much. And they didn't change much from last time. So yeah, thanks everybody for stopping by, and I'll see you in a week.